This 3D printer arrived to me 48 hours ago, and I've been trying it out since then as a true beginner. Probably if you have any 3D printing experience, what you saw in the montage was material for a lot of facepalm moments, but I'm learning fast already. And it's a BCN 3D Sigmax dual extruder 3D printer, which means it has two printing heads, which means that you can use two types of materials at the same time. Here you can see they used orange and black to print the tongue and the protection plates on its back. You can also see that they printed this almost 45-degree angle without any support underneath. That's pretty neat. So this print quality looks really good. So I think a big part of getting good prints is the calibration. I did not do any calibration. I did not check for the correct temperatures of my materials and stuff, because I didn't have time. So this is a 0.4 nozzle that I'm going to install. And what's cool is that you can have a smaller nozzle on one print head and a bigger on the other. So then you can use the bigger one to print support structure and the smaller one to print actual print. But if you design good, you don't need support structure. For example, when Marius was here, we did this pulley, and as you can see, it's a flat piece and there was no manual work needed to be done afterwards. So what you saw me do in the montage was a lot of manual work, and I think 3D printing is all about designing so you don't have to use supports. I start to understand about print direction. These two parts are printed in two different directions, for example. If you check on the underside, so this is the part you saw me do in the montage with support on the underside. This part is printed in another print direction, so you can see that it's much cleaner. And I think a good way to print a part like this would be to split it in the middle, print two pieces and then glue them together. Okay, let me just show you quickly how I mean. I'm going to create a plane here, and then we're gonna split this body along this plane like that. And I can take this body and I can drag it out like that. So this would be easier for the printer to print. So this is what I mean with splitting the part and printing them lying on the print bed. So this is the conveyor belt system right now with the ratchets on the sides, and I'm going to address some of the things that I saw in the comments from last week. The cool thing is that these two ratchets will move up and down simultaneously. These two ratchets will move in the opposite direction simultaneously. So when these ratchets on this side here push up, on the other side here, these will push down. And there was some comments saying that I will have problem pushing on a chain upwards. That's not really a problem here, because since we have a closed loop here, even if I push here, it will pull on the other side. But by having this dual ratchet system to pull down on the back side and push up on the front side simultaneously, I think it will work really good. So it will be like these two work, and then for the next motion it's gonna be these together with those. And a lot of people were worrying about the chain moving a lot. That's also actually not really a problem, because if I isolate the frame, you can see how it's built. So this is the frame. So if I put one shuttle on, you can see that the shuttles are guided. Now the marbles are hanging upside down, defying gravity. Anyway, so you can see that the shuttles are thoroughly guided by the frame. So by using this tensioning system, we can increase or slack the length of the loop of the chain. And these bearings are CSK bearings that only move in one direction. So the belt can only go upwards, it can't slide down. So I have 4 of these CSK 8 by 22 millimeter bearings in this construction. So here you can see the frame on the actual machine. When I introduced this system, there was a lot of people suggesting easier solutions, and then there was one YouTube comment that really warmed my heart. This comment from Baron said, "Doesn't pass the rule of cool though." Like the easiest way would be to use a MIDI keyboard and just make the music. One of all the simplified ideas that I saw was to use an Archimedes screw to lift the marbles. I've seen this been done in other marble machines, and it would definitely work and it will be really reliable, but does it pass the rule of cool? So when you think that I should take a simpler solution, you should add the Baron said thought, but does it pass the rule of cool? So this is a print from Tobias in Gothenburg, and as you can see, it's really neat. He printed this standing on the print bed on this surface and only used some support here in these openings. So this is the quality that I will look for when I start to do the real calibration. So this printer was sponsored to me from Matter Hackers, and I contacted them and asked if they wanted to help out finishing the Marble Machine X project, and they said yes and sent me the printer. I leave a link in the description. Everything 3D printed related you can find on their website. So thank you so much, Matter Hackers, for helping out with the Marble Machine X. It will be so great for me to be able to try designs right out in the real world, and also to do some real production. I think I need maybe 50 of this, so I can line up like 12 on the left side and 12 on the right side, put it on overnight, and with the dual printing heads, this printer can really do some production work, I think. So it's going to be so much fun. I'm also planning a lot of cooler time lapses for the future. I have some idea how I can capture this spaceship. The music in this video is Turning Keys by the amazing band Teleskärm. It's the drummer of Wintergatan, Marcus Sjöberg's other band that he has together with his friend Mattias Gren, and they have made an album that is absolutely phenomenal. I will link to Teleskärm's whole album in the description of this video. Check it out. It is a really amazing album. Fun fact is that I'm playing some modulin on their Atlanten track, if you want to check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching, and wish me good luck with calibrating my prints, and I'll see you in the next Wintergatan Wednesdays.